वासिष्ठवामदेवातिवन्दितमहागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெளிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழுமை திரும்பி இந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
நன்றி மீனாட்சி. குமரகுரு கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் இன்று ஆள்போல் தழைத்து வளர்ந்துள்ளன. கல்வி பயணத்தில் மிக உயர்ந்த சிகரத்தை நம் நிறுவனம் அடைந்துள்ளது. அனைத்து சாதனைகளுக்கும் காரணமாக அமைந்தவர் நம் கல்லூரியின் நிறுவனர் அருட்செல்வர் நா. மகாலிங்கம் ஐயாவிற்கு மரியாதை செலுத்தி மலர் தூவி வழிபடுகிறோம்.
I now invite the dignitaries, representatives from the Leadership Council of KCT and class to pay floral tributes to legendary founder Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya. May I now invite Mr. Nivethan, Program Lead, Center of Leadership, Empowerment and Development at Kumaraguru Institutions, to deliver the welcome address and present a salute about the Leadership Council of Kumaraguru.
On behalf of Kumaraguru Institutions, I welcome you all to the 7th Investiture ceremony of the Student Leadership Council of Kumaraguru College of Technology and the 3rd Investiture ceremony of the Leadership Council of Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. A special welcome to all the parents who have come here for your children, our students, on one of the significant days where they assume responsibility in pursuit of their larger aspirations and dreams. I take this opportunity to welcome our joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavraya sir, our principals, Dr. Saravanan, Principal of KCT, and Dr. Vijila Kennedy, Principal of Class, Dr. Vijilesh from Office of Student Affairs, and Dr. Sheila from Associate Director, Office of Student Affairs. The Deans, HODs of various departments, faculty, staffs, and student of KCT, Class, KCT BS, and our special invitees from the Kumaraguru College of Agriculture and Kumaraguru West Campus. Our founder, Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya, a visionary, always believed in building the nation through the development of students. The Leadership Council was one such initiative that was established in the year 2016 under the guidance of our joint correspondent. As we see today, the Leadership Council has grown to be a league of leaders who work along with the students, the management, and the academic administration for the holistic development of the student community. The Council is a thought leadership body, and the students actively engage and strive to enhance students' experience and expectations, also leading to their personal success. Every year, the member of the Leadership Council are selected through a 4-stage rigorous process. From writing their statement of purpose, they undergo the immersion to interviews and presenting their action plans that put their abilities to test. While we have a set of student leaders here today, selected based on a set of criteria, I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of 300 plus student aspirants who challenged each other, made the competition healthy, tough, and gave their best. Congratulations to all of you. Over the past 6 years, the LC members have initiated various projects and programs that stand testimony to their passion, dedication, and commitment. In this regard, I also welcome the previous year LC members, some of them who are here and some of them who are watching online. This year, we will have 49 student leaders from KCT and class, representing the 16 departments of KCT and 9 departments of class, and various domains which are unique to the Kumaraguru ecosystem. The unique and the value other verticals include academic research, design, innovation, social impact, ethics and values, arts, literature, sports, national organization, entrepreneurship, learning and development. For the members of Leadership Council, today is the day you formally step into this role. There are expectations, and together comes the responsibility. When your tenure comes to an end, when you look back, ensure that you have set benchmarks for your juniors to aspire. Be a volunteer, an initiator, a thinker, a person of action, and amplify the impact by working as a team. But importantly, cherish the lessons that you learn from challenges and failures. Let me conclude with a short anecdote. This is an interesting year ahead for the leadership for India as well, as a nation as well. A fortnight back, India assumed the leadership of G20, where India will lead the group of 19 nations and the European Union, setting the agenda, working on common goals, and addressing global issues. Being inclusive, ambitious, action-oriented, and decisive is India's G20 agenda for the world. If you all think through, these are agendas that are highly relevant for you and for all of us donning different positions in leadership today. And the time for action is now. Welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you for your warm welcome, Anna. Dr. Vijala Edwin Kennedy is a distinguished academician and an able administrator. Her leadership and academic excellence enabled her to win several awards. As a person of leadership abilities and trustworthiness, Dr. Vijala Edwin Kennedy works towards transforming higher education and achieving new heights, both for the institution and her personal career. Her commitment, integrity, focus, confidence, and openness has inspired many students and academic fraternity. I now request Dr. Vijala Kennedy, Principal of Class, to felicitate the event.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome. I congratulate all the members of the Leadership Council and my wishes to each one of you for you to excel in what you are planning to do and what you are expected to do. My congratulations to all the parents who are here and all the department heads and faculty who are here, because you have also enabled them to become leaders in their own way. As parents, I'm sure that you would have supported them, and as faculty members, I'm sure you would have encouraged them to become leaders. And I also felicitate actually the aspiring leaders who are sitting there at the back, and I'm sure that one day you'll be sitting here to do the leadership roles. And I just want to leave a thought from my little experience of what I have in the leadership. Leadership is always like two sides to a coin. And the first one is, while we need to be persistent, we also need to have fluidity in what we want to achieve. Persistence is towards a goal, towards what you want to achieve, in spite of challenges. Fluidity is, how do we actually achieve the goals while being not dogmatic about what we want to do, but how do we actually find our way to achieve what we want to achieve? So I think persistence and fluidity, two sides of a coin. Secondly, confidence and humility. Again, two contradicting things. We need to be confident in what we want to achieve, but at the same time, not cocky. Be willing to learn. Be willing to experiment, explore, learn from others, learn from situations, learn from any source that we have, whether it's whoever it is, people who are working with us, people who are working under us, students, colleagues, etc. Thirdly, we not only should do the self-growth, but also the nation growth, as Nivedan was telling. Again, we sometimes think if I grow, the others should not grow. But when others grow, actually we grow. You know, during the exams, when you go and when you teach others, you actually become better. So teaching others and helping others to grow will always help self-growth. And a true mark of a leader is when we nurture somebody who becomes better than you, that's a true mark of a leader. So I think those are some thoughts which I just want to leave with you. But my congratulations again, my wishes again for the journey that you have. You may have a short journey. I know you might be thinking, one more semester, but I would put it saying that this could be the start of the journey for your life. You're taking a leadership role now, but I'm sure that you will continue on this journey and achieve many more things in your life. My wishes to you, my congratulations to you, my wishes and congratulations to all the parents and all the faculty members and administrators who have nurtured this leadership in this campus. Thank you.
Thank you for beautifully felicitating the event, ma'am.
Dr. D. Saravanan, the principal of Dr. D. Saravanan, the principal of Kumaraguru College of Technology. He has 20 years of experience in academics and 10 years of industrial experience. He also works enormously towards the development of the institution and students. I now request our principal, Dr. D. Saravanan, to felicitate the event.
Respected joint correspondent, LC team, parents, faculty members, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome the new team of Leadership Council into the operation mode for the year 22-23. I think it's going to be a fast track mode. You might have heard about fast track in academic regulation, but I thank Nivedan for introducing such a fast track in LC also. First of all, I would like to congratulate the team for having demonstrated their ability and impress upon the selection team. Maybe you were successful in impacting or influencing a team of a small number of faculty and past LCs. But from today onwards, you have a larger shoe to step in and influence, impact at least 6,000 students and 300 faculty members. Imagine how we can do this. I'm simply making the statement, but it is up to you to influence them and impact them. But my sincere request is please go and meet the students, understand their aspirations, convert their aspirations in, or use it as a reinforcement to strengthen your plans. So that way you can influence all the students and bring them as followers. These followers obviously are going to become the future leaders who can lead the teams in the years to come. So I said fast track mode. So how fast it is going to be? Any idea? What is the time frame you have for implementing your ideas? How many days? 6 months. See, not more than 1,000 hours. That is the time frame you have for implementing your ideas. Because entire December, you are going to spend for examination. January 18th, you are going to start the new semester. April 2nd week is going to be the last working day for you. So 70 days, if you subtract your personal needs, obviously you are going to have not more than 1,000 hours. So please plan carefully, involve everyone, impact everyone, and justify your selection. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Leadership is action, not position. An apt person for this quote is Shri Shankar Vanavarayar, the President and Joint Correspondent of Kumaraguru Institutions and the Vice President of CII Tamil Nadu.
ஒரு ஒருவரின் செயல்களும் சாதனைகளும் மற்றவர்களை மேலும் கனவு காணவும் மேலும் கற்றுக்கொள்ளவும் கடினமாக உழைக்கவும் தூண்டினால் நீங்கள் ஒரு தலைவர். இக்கூற்றுக்கு அடையாளமாய் திகழ்பவர் ஸ்ரீ சங்கர் வானவராயர்.
He works with the youths of India with a vision to empower them towards building a greater nation. He is a fellow of the Aspen Global Leadership Network and the Kamal Nayan Bajaj Fellowship, and looks at personal transformation as an integral ingredient to impact change in the larger world. With immense pleasure, I now request Shri Shankar Vanavarayar to deliver the presidential address.
Greetings and good afternoon to everybody gathered here. I also join the principals in welcoming the families and parents. I can see siblings also. It's very special for you and for us today. I'm sure this is a time when we look at them on stage with equal delight, equal promise, and equal trust. So it's a special moment where we as the institution, the teachers, and the parents and families together are here, so special welcome to all of you. When I look at this dais, we started in 2016, that's what my notes say, and there was a lot more space left for us. The Leadership Council of KCT has enlarged, the Leadership Council of class has joined in. It's almost pushing us off stage now. Every row has added, which also means we have less space now. What does this mean? Metaphorically, I was thinking, it means that hopefully they will take a lot more of our work and we can do other things. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day when we celebrate the power of youth. Today is a day when we look at young people with the promise, with the potential that they deserve. In an institution, it is governed by attendance, ID cards, exams, marks, mark sheets, parent-teachers meetings, and limitless other codes, rules, blue books, expectations. But all this is just the frame and the framework to allow young people to thrive, not just survive. The FIFA World Cup is on. Imagine the World Cup without rules. Imagine the World Cup without a stadium, without a referee, without a coach, without an opponent, and without the potential of inspiring the planet. I think an institution is the theater, is the stadium. I think some of us, or the systems and processes, give it the framework, give it the guidance, give it the ecosystem and the format. And truly, their time is the playing field. And today, I believe we have 49 captains on the dais. Firstly, congratulations to all of you. All of you are looking, I'm sure, the nicest, smartest. I'm sure there are other times that you looked equally smarter, maybe going to a relative's wedding or a friend's birthday or some other time in school. But certainly in KCT, today is the day when all of you are looking the best, thinking the best, and also behaving the best. I also want to acknowledge and congratulate everybody who took part in this process. 200 students or over 200 students have been involved in this process. There is naturally a selection, which means if there is selection, there is elimination. But I just want to tell you that 200 are leaders, 2,000 are leaders, 8,000 are leaders. Because a campus cannot be done or built or visioned with just 49 people. I want to also congratulate, appreciate everybody else who took part in the various clubs, forums, DAs, organizations till this level, and many of you are taking part in that. I also think it's important to celebrate the hard work, the passion, and the persistence, because this does not happen in the last 3 years of college or the 4 years of, 2 years of college. I think we should remember the leadership qualities that you gain from your parents, your families, we should also remember the leadership qualities that your school teachers gave you, your schools gave you, and society has given you. We as an institution are just honored to celebrate that quality in you, because it is truly not something that started in KCT or became in KCT, but started, or class, it started long ago. When you think of leadership, you certainly think of people like this, sitting on a dais, well-dressed, looking important, everybody else congratulating them. But believe me, leadership, and some of us sitting in the first row know, is not that. And others sitting in the first many rows, is not at all that. Leadership is sometime ensuring the toilets are clean. Leadership is sometime ensuring admissions are done. Leadership is sometime working and talking to people that you sometimes don't enjoy. Leadership is certainly all this operationally, but what is leadership is vision, is will, is inspiration, and is the potential of human beings. I think this is what leadership is all about. And today I want to tell you that this is not about influence, but this is about being inspired. This is not about being famous or important, but this is trying to make something important for things and people around you. This is certainly not an Instagram or a Facebook cover picture moment, but this is a moment in your minds where this is a gym for you to perform and see what more you can do in your life. This is a lab where you can thrive, and this is a lab where you can tell yourself, and maybe some of us, that what you can do. If in this 150 acres you can make a mark, imagine what you can do in your life. This institution has an interesting name. It is called Kumaraguru, and if some of you go to the second level of Google and try to see what is this Kumaraguru, of course, pictures of KCT, our class, will come up, but what is Kumaraguru? It is in a way about a metaphorical story of how Lord Muruga taught the Father. So this institution, I always say, has a metaphorical vision for us that we consider young people not as people of the future, but we want to be responsibly respecting them, involving them, and inculcating them into the process of governing, of leadership, and running this institution. This is the centenary year of our founder, somebody who naturally many of us consider as a leader, but this region, this state, and many in this country consider him for a leadership example. And what is that example? Example of change, example of living, example of great vision, example of humility, example of many things, of enabling many people around him. Friends who are on the dais in these day pursuits, I want to tell you that you should be seen as somebody who is not rising like a tower. You should be seen as teams. You're just responsible, you're just a representative, you're just a reason to represent others. I don't think you can be individually responsible. We can't hold you, and you know you can't do it. For that, I want to tell you, if you learn the idea of servant leadership, it is a very powerful idea where you understand to be a leader, you have to be a servant. Servant to the cause, servant to the people who trust you, servant to great habits and inspiration, servant to your will, servant to vision. Normally you think servant and leader are opposite, but actually in your mind both have to function together, because without 8,000 people who are studying here, hundreds of people who are working here, without others in society, I don't think any of your roles can be done well. Dr. Saravanan suggested that you have 1,000 hours. Now he's sort of setting the clock on right now. He was sort of nudging in pressure. There has to be pressure in leadership, but there has to be satisfaction. While you will start your race today, don't forget to sleep well, don't forget to eat well, don't forget to have good habits, don't forget that tomorrow morning is more important than tonight or living today. Because tomorrow, a leader has to be fresh every day, has to have a fresh start every day. Should you be known for what you did or what you changed? Certainly the change and impact should be remembered. It's very important to think that this is a relay run. There are some people I can see 1 or 2, 3 people who from the past leadership councils of this institution. I can tell you that this can only be a relay run. Catch the baton, think what has to be there, look, add your dimension, but continue the work. It's very, very important. Be resilient, because naturally all things that you want might not happen the way you want. It will take time. Things are in a continuum, as I said, but it's very important for you to remember that you have to believe in yourself. I also spoke about empathy, and Dr. Saravanan also suggested that you should talk to people. To be popular is one, to be a listener is another. To be popular sometimes is easy, to be a listener is not. Dr. Vijla spoke about courage and humility together. I think it's very important to be courageous quietly, to be publicly humble, to have empathy publicly is very, very important. Now, saying all this, don't think we are going to go on a holiday and say that you will all run the institution very well from tomorrow. We will all be there with you, stand by you. And I also want to tell everybody in this audience that the Leadership Council in this campus is not necessarily a representative student body. We think of them as thought leaders. We think of them as people who will keep giving us intellectual ideas, creative thoughts, and also wonderful plans on how this institution can be better and best. We are meeting after the pause of the pandemic, and which means that there is a culture of the past, but there is a possibility of something new and different. So you can reinvent it to the amount that you want to think that this Leadership Council has to be something very different and impactful. The year ahead, as rightly said, is short, which means you have to start now. Pick your battles. While you have to work on everything, pick your battles. Do things that are urgent and important, but also start things that are long-term and needs change. Both are very important. You can't only be a response, you also have to reason with the future and say how you will start things for the future. I also want to tell you that the big picture is very important. While we see 49 of you as leaders here, we want to see 6,000 or 8,000 of everybody here as leaders in their own lives, in whatever way possible. Sometimes leadership is imagined as powerful people with 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people behind them. I personally don't believe so. Leadership is leading yourself first, leading your home, leading your family, leading with others who are in your street, leading something in your city, maybe an organization, maybe a team lead, a team manager, an institution, a CEO, a minister or a prime minister or a chief minister, or the president of the United Nations, or Nivedan touched upon the fact of the G20, which is going to happen in this country. I think it's very important to remember leadership will come in all levels and all places, and we have to do our best. I want to finish by saying, I wish you the best, have great fun in working with your teams, leave back a legacy where hundreds of people who are your juniors want to do more, have great ideas on what they will also impact in this institution. I want to finish by saying that the balance that you will achieve in your life of what you want to do, what vision you get, and what strength you get out of this should give you amazing ideas for the future. 49 of you have to be examples, and certainly we will work with you. There are lots to be done, and I want to wish you the best. Your departments, your forums, your representative themes that you come here on behalf of, all that has to be the best in this institution, better than the past, and getting better for the future. Once again, wonderful, look amazing, do amazing, and enjoy this amazing journey, maybe only for 6 months or 1,000 hours, but sometimes a day can be a whole life. Best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. ஆற்றுவார் ஆற்றல் பணிதல் அது சான்றோர் மாற்றாரை மாற்றும் படை என்பது வள்ளுவர் பெருந்தகையின் வாக்கு. சான்றோர்கள் சான்றாண்மை என்பதற்கு வள்ளுவர் இலக்கணம் வகுத்துள்ளார். இன்று நம் மாணவர்கள் தலைமை பொறுப்பு ஏற்க தயாராக இருக்கின்றனர். சான்றாண்மையின் முதல் அடையாளமாக தங்களுக்கான கடமையை சிரமேற்கொண்டு நடத்துவதற்கு மாணவர்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம்.
Sitting on edge of the seats, eagerly awaiting the moment where the incumbents will now march with pride and shoulders held high to receive the insignia symbolizing the responsibility and exception pinned on their chest, following which the charter will be signed by newly elected Leadership Council members. The investiture will be first for the student of KCT and followed by class. And now I call upon Rahul from Aeronautical Department, team manager at Team Sri Shakti Racing, contributed in Shakti Racing for SAE Supra and grabbed overall 13th place. And I welcome the HOD of Aeronautical Department to felicitate Mr. Rahul. Rahul have involved in 5 different UAV-related projects and completed successfully, organized various events and training programs through Aero Department, even amidst the pandemic.
Next. I invite Dr. Stephen to felicitate Shivani from the Department of Biotechnology. Shivani published a paper at International Journal of Health Science on the title Genomics in Precision Medicine, passionate about building and being a part of student community that aims at contributing towards sustainability and enhancing the quality of life. Also aspire to develop a world without disease by making contribution towards research and development and bringing out changes in the medicine world.
Now I welcome Dr. Selvan to felicitate Medini from Civil Department. Medini is a documentation executive of Department Association, media and marketing coordinator of Department Association, who is interested on painting and sketching. She aspires to become an Indian engineering service.
Next, I invite Dr. Bhaskar to felicitate Shweta from the Department of Computer Science. Shweta, who is a campus ambassador of BitGrid and secretary of 2021 to 22, vocalist from Band Agrita, vice president of Kumaraguru member, and a level 3 member of IQ, a sincere endeavor to build a welcoming, multicultural community of people working to advance data science.
I welcome Dr. Pasupati, HOD of EC Department, to felicitate Sri Shweta. Sri Shweta of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, who is Secretary of ECE Department, Web Development Team Lead, and is a Level 2 member of Trainee IQ. Published 3 journals in IEEE and holding 1 patent. She is the first runner-up of Autodesk Notable Design Award in Kovagathon.
Next, I invite Dr. Maravili to felicitate the Elil Shah from the Department of EEE. Elil Shah was the Vice President of NCC Air Wing KCT with the rank Cadet Warrant Officer. Attended the National Firing Competition, completed 2 CAT campus and attended 2 aero modeling selection camps. Now currently doing her internship at Bosch, also holding the pride of being a district table tennis player and a zonal winner of match conducted in this 2022.
I welcome Dr. Anil to felicitate Shabarish of E&I Department. Shabarish is Joint Secretary of E&I Department, winner of quiz competition Avanta 2022. Debating, public speaking, sensor calibration and development is one of his passion. Football, policy-making bodies, automobile are his interest. He aspires to become a public servant to help India move towards Kalam's vision.
Next, I invite Dr. Ramakrishnan to felicitate Vishnu from the Department of Fashion Technology. Vishnu, who is the alumni coordinator of the DA, drama troupe, and a marketing coordinator of Bikers Club, district level football, and done paper research presentation at NIF New Delhi, accomplished Leh Ladakh ride in 2020. Aspiration to be an industrialist.
I welcome Dr. Alamelu to felicitate Shruti Krishna Kumar of IT Department. Shruti Krishna Kumar, Secretary or was Joint Treasurer of IT Department, was a part of STEP and Scrub. Have been a part of DA for past 3 years and have conducted 15 plus events so far. Have been a part of Department Client Project of ABC Foods. Have completed an internship on cloud computing at Infrastack.
Next, I invite Dr. Thiruvari to felicitate Saharika from the Department of ISC. Saharika, who is a Joint Secretary of Cubate, won prizes in various speech competition, aspired to become an entrepreneur.
Now I welcome Dr. Mary Cherian to felicitate Ram Prabhu of MBA. Ram Prabhu organized events in UG and was the lead of the event conducted volunteer Angadi as a part of the Yugam, analyzing various stocks in equity market, and he aspires to become a stock market trader.
Next, I invite Dr. Manikandan to felicitate Kirsten Kennedy from the Department of MCA. Kirsten Kennedy, Secretary of DA MCA 2021, Placement Coordinator of MCA, won Chennai District twice, captain in basketball. His hobbies are yoga, swimming, and coding. He aspires to be a living inspiration to the youth of tomorrow.
Now I welcome Dr. Vail Murugan of Mechanical Engineering to facilitate Manav R. Samant. Manav, Analyst of Research and Validation of Team Sri Shakti, Secretary of Academics and Co-Curricular of Mechanical Engineering. And he's also a Joint Secretary and Treasurer of Robotics and Automation Club. Received Outstanding Student Award by Mechanical Department for the year 2021. Received Best Volunteer Award in Art by Mechanical Engineering Association. Now, I welcome Dr. Saravana Mani of Mechatronic Department. He placed second place in Autodesk Notable Design Award in Hackathon conducted in IIT Palakkad, awarded 25K as cash prize. Fifth place in Startup-thon conducted by Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. And third placed intra-level Rigathon.
Next, I invite Dr. Saravanan to felicitate Janani. Janani, who is an energetic and vibrant, interested in teaching and research, who aspires to become a professor.
Now I welcome Dr. Ramesh Babu to felicitate Sufia Halima of Textile Technology. Sufia, Joint Treasurer of Textile DE, done paper presentation, organizing lot of events, workshop in her department, who is content writing and aspires to be an entrepreneur.
Next, I invite Dr. Saravanan to felicitate Shabnam Shahjahan for the academics research. Shabnam, bestowed with MITCAS Global Link Research Internship Award 2022, MGS awardee, intern at IIT Indore, recognized by the World Bank as a part of our Greener Future campaign. Her inspiration to become a research scientist in the area of biological science.
And now I welcome Shri Shankar Vanavel sir to felicitate academic innovation for Samita. Samita done journal publication in AI Chips, the groundbreaking semiconductor evolution, an international journal of engineering science and computing, and back first place in blog contest. Her aspiration is to become a collaborative and flexible research innovation atmosphere.
Next, I invite Dr. Saravanan to felicitate Jiva for the academics design. Jiva, who has done his UAV product development and organized 15 plus events and 10 workshops on UAV, both inter and intra colleges. And he is a Kalam's 2022's athletic silver medalist. His aspiration to become a successful and passionate UAV engineer.
And now I welcome Dr. Sindhamari Kannan to felicitate the learning and development vertical. To Padri Narayanan. Padri Narayanan, founder of Financial Literacy and Investment Club, editor of Maxwell's newsletter, sponsor team lead of UCOM 2022. Recognized and positioned in top 10 innovation at IMP 2021, organized by IIT Hyderabad.
Next, I invite Dr. Vijilesh to felicitate Kishore Krishna for fine and performing arts. Kishore Krishna, Best Team Player of Mechanical Engineering Association, won prize in Dhruva 2022 Technoculture Feast from Karpagam College. His aspiration is to become a design engineer in a reputed company.
And now we welcome Dr. Vijila to facilitate the entrepreneurship vertical to Nishan. Nishan, Director of Internal Affairs Mechanical Engineering Association, Secretary of Mechanical Engineering Association, Scouts and Guide President, Arts Club Vice President, and karate black belt holder, and won several prizes in state level karate competition. His aspiration is to become an entrepreneur and an agriculturalist.
Next, I invite our joint correspondent, sir, to felicitate Shamla Devi for the vertical ethics. Shamla Devi, District Priority Project Coordinator and Technical Ambassador Lead for the year 2021 to 2022. And Raghunath Vasudevan Memorial Award for the active participation in clubs and DA. Her aspiration is to become a production safety manager.
I would like to welcome Dr. Vijalesh to felicitate the literature vertical to Ajay Kumar. Ajay Kumar, Vice President of Kumaraguru Bikers Club, Secretary of Kumaraguru Tamil Mandram, President of Nithilam, and Co-Curricular Extracurricular Coordinator of Department Association. He wants to learn more about everything, and that inspires him in the process of learning.
Next, I invite Commander Raju to felicitate Manikanda Akash for the Vertical National Organization. Manikanda Akash is the Secretary and Volunteers Blood Donor Club, Treasurer and NCC Ad Wing, Director of Media Young Ones, a student startup of 2021, who is an executive in our aeronautical department and his aspiration to do in civil service.
I would like to welcome Dr. Sarunan to felicitate the social men vertical to Haridharan. Haridharan, the President of Volunteer Blood Donors Club in year 2022, conducted blood donation camp on campus level named as Evil Nandre during his present tenure, being part of 2 Super 60 during batch 2022, aspiring to reach heights in domain of public service and taking steps towards them.
Next, I invite Dr. Sheila to felicitate Jai Kirti for the Vertical Social Women. Jai Kirti is the President of RSP, Joint Secretary, have been selected for the hackathon and aspires to start a math foundation and settle in MNC.
And now I'd like to welcome Dr. Saravanam to felicitate the sport vertical to Anthony Arun Prakash. Anthony Arun Prakash is the captain of KCD Coco team, a district level Coco player. He aspires to become an entrepreneur.
Next, I invite our joint correspondent, sir, to felicitate Nivedita for the Vertical Sports Women. Nivedita, who is the documentation lead of ECE and joint secretary of NSS, and she is the captain of volleyball team, aspired to become an independent woman.
Now presenting the Leadership Council members of Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, Ikshita Agarwal from the Department of BBA was the Secretary, Department of Management, Co-Lead of Finance, UR 2020-21, Associate and Executive Member of Sprout. She is also a member of Rotaract Club of Coimbatore Icons and a MG Scholarship awardee. She aspires to secure a challenging position in a reputable organization. I request Dr. Balu, Deputy Dean, Department of Management, to felicitate Ikshita.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sumati, Head of Department Commerce, to felicitate Kaviyarasi. Kaviyarasi is from the Department of BCom, who has been the Secretary of the Department Association for the academic year 2021 to 2022. She is a young, creative individual who aspires to be an interior designer.
Up next, I request Dr. Sri Devi, Assistant Professor, BCom PA, to felicitate Aishwarya Sandana Krishnan. Aishwarya Sandana Krishnan from the Department of BCom Professional Accounting is a MG awardee and holds Grade 5 certificate in Bharatanatyam issued by Bharatiya University and Trinity College, London. She aspires to become a successful secretary of a reputed company.
Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Sugandhamani, HOD of Economics, to felicitate Aditi Magesh, who is from the Department of Economics, the co-chair of Kalam and Yuva, class 2021 to 2022. She is a karate black medal holder and an authorized self-defense trainer and an MGM scholarship holder who aspires to complete her UPSC exams.
Next, I request Dr. Makal Anvan, Head of the Department Political Science, to felicitate Vidula Karthikeyan. Vidula Karthikeyan from the Department of Political Science was awarded as Sendamal Sirpi by Government of Tamil Nadu. Also worked as Captain of Literary Action Lab, President of Tamil Mandram, and the core member of Orb Inauguration. She is also a captain of Ignite 2021 and overall coordinator of Ignite 22. With a dream to serve to the society, she aspired to be an IAS officer.
Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Jnana Prakash, HOD of Psychology, to felicitate Sam Bharat from the Department of Psychology, who is currently the President of Nature Club and worked as Thalis Student Coordinator and been part of ASPAN Emerging Leadership Program. As an individual, he aspires to be a psychological professional.
Next, I request Dr. Emmanuel to felicitate Maushami. Maushami ji from the Department of Master of Social Works is a prosperous individual with a creative and analytical mind. She aspires to be a HR personnel.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Leo, HOD of Viscom, to felicitate Rishabh Prasoon from the Department of Fiscal Communication, also working as the Secretary of Pixel, co-chair of UVA Design, and a core member of Orb Inauguration. Rishabh was also a part of media team for Team C Shakti.
Next, I request Dr. Ramasamy, Dean of Tamil Creative Writing Department, to felicitate Sabari Venkat. Sabari Venkat from the Department of Political Science has conducted a panel discussion on books and an extempore. He was also the Student Council President at school, Vice President of Book Readers Club, and Superintendent Captain of LAL. As an individual, he aspires to be a civil servant and a diplomat.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Shaktivel, Dean of Academics and Accelerations of Class, to felicitate Nupat Temani from the Department of Economics, who was featured in Tech Talk YouTube on the topic Power of Being Alone. She has also completed policy research internship in ISB Mohali with LBSNAA for Prime Minister's Office. She is also the award holder of Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Standard issued by the International Award for Young People and received the Best Position Award.
Next, I request Dr. Vijala Kennedy, Principal of Class, to felicitate Amrita. B.S. Amrita from the Department of Economics is recognized as a co-author by India Book of Records, Bravo Book of World Records, and few others by publishing an anthology in a book called Stardust of Spectrum of Thoughts publication. She was the Human Resource and Student Wellness Lead of Space 2021-22, Captain of the Entrepreneurship Action Lab of Space 2020-22. She also aspires herself to be an entrepreneur and economist.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Dayal, Head of Academic Operations, to felicitate Pavitra from the Department of Political Science, who is also the Secretary of Political Science and overall coordinator of Ignite 2022 and Refresher Program and a proud MGM awardee. She aspires herself to be a civil servant and work for the betterment of the society.
Next, I request Dr. Sheila Srivatsava, Associate Director, Office of Student Affairs Class, to felicitate Neeraja. Neeraja R from the Department of Political Science was the school people leader in 2018 and 19 and the lead of student volunteers for the graduation 22 of class. She has secured the top 5th rank in NTSE. She is also the MGM awardee for 2 consecutive years. As an individual with dreams, she aspires to be an IAS officer.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Vijilesh, Assistant Dean, Head of Office of Student Affairs, to felicitate Inba Sahari, who is a Super 60N and the President of Creative Writing Club. She has also published an art anthology named My Vision, doing her music degree from Trinity Music College of London. She aspired to start a music school and succeed in her life.
Next, I request our joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, to felicitate Ashutosh Kabra. Ashutosh Kabra from the Department of Management was a brigade lead of Ignite 2022. He also held an MG scholarship. As an individual, Ashutosh aspires to become a renowned entrepreneur.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Priyadashni, Associate Dean of Psychology, to felicitate Vishnu Saravanan from the Department of Political Science, who is the lead of Community Engagement Club and also the capacity founder, president of Microbe Education, and runs an education startup that works on giving policy education to students since last 5 years. He has also been the board of over 200 model United Nations, youth parliaments, and youth political forums. As a young Indian with great vision, Vishnu aspires to be in national politics.
Next, I request Dr. Sheila Srivatsava, Associate Director, Office of Student Affairs Class, to felicitate Shahil. Shahil J. from the Department of Political Science holds the Sergeant rank in NCC, who is also the Sports Coordinator of the Department Association and the Event Coordinator of NCC of KCT. He worked as Brigade Leader in Ignite 2022. He was the Parade Commander of Army Wing Boys during Independence Day of 2022. Shahil, as a young cadet, aspires himself to be an IPS officer.
Next, I would like to welcome our joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Manavaraya, to felicitate Ragul Prasad from the Department of Political Science, who has been house captain during his school days and sports secretary of 2021 to 2022. He also participated in state-level volleyball matches and won 2 silver in district levels. He is also a part of NINL organization and planted over 1 lakh trees in and around Tirupur district, and as an young individual, he aspires to be an IAS officer.
Next, I request Dr. Vijala Kennedy, the Principal of Class, to felicitate Pavitra. K.S. Pavitra from the Department of Political Science aspires herself to be an IPS officer. As a volleyball player, she participated in the volleyball pool tournament and won it by Bharatiya University.
Excellence is the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and vision to see obstacles as opportunities. Ms. Shweta, President of Computer Science Department, will deliver the pledge along with her fellow council members. I request all KCTs to please stand up.
Pledge. We, the Leadership Council, pledge to serve our institution with pride and loyalty. We acknowledge that leadership is not a path to privilege, but a responsibility to progress. Inspired by our founder's vision, and aligning with the institution's aspirations, our involvement will aid KCT in development and enable the students to attain their true potential. We, as the Leadership Council, will discuss, deliberate, and suggest policy reforms, and will stand by the continuous advancement in academic excellence and holistic well-being. We will treat everyone with respect and dignity and establish a culture that is open, truthful, and committed to excellence. We will strive to ensure that every aspiration and mission of every KCT student is represented. We will have a work ethic that will result in institutional enhancement and our own commitments to our stakeholders without compromises. We are united by a common goal to impact the society, engineer a better nation, and strive for a better world. Thank you.
We now request the Leadership Council members of class to rise for the pledge. We invite Sohul, the President of Nation.
Thank you, Lekha. We, the Leadership Council, pledge to serve our institution with pride and loyalty. We acknowledge that leadership is not a path to privilege, but a responsibility to progress. Inspired by the founder's vision and aligning with the institution's aspirations, our involvement will aid class in development and enable students to attain their true potential. We, as the Leadership Council, will discuss, deliberate, and suggest policy reforms. And will stand by continuous advancement in academic excellence and holistic well-being. We will treat everyone with respect and dignity and establish a culture that is open, truthful, and committed to excellence. We will strive to ensure that every aspiration and mission of every class student is represented. We will have a work ethic that will result in institutional enhancement and own our commitments to our stakeholders without compromises. We are united by a common goal to impact the society, engineer a better nation, and strive for a better world. Jai Hind.
Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. I now invite Mr. Kirsten Kennedy, President of MCA, to deliver his acceptance speech.
Wishing a very good evening to everyone present here and to the ones who has joined us virtually. I am happy when I say this. I say it on behalf of all my friends, the presidents of various departments and verticals. We are happy and thankful to everyone who made this possible for all of us. And first of all, our parents for their unconditional love and complete support. And our joint correspondent, sir, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, for always inspiring us and setting an example. And to our principals, deans, head of the departments, faculty and friends for encouraging, caring and motivating us throughout. And to our program leads, former presidents and seniors for guiding us and being there whenever we needed a helping hand. And I also thank and appreciate the other aspirants who pushed us to bring out our best version and helped us identify the true potential. We are happy and content that we managed to fulfill the prerequisites required for these respective roles. And we will give our absolute best to fulfill the goals, expectations, responsibilities, and share this feeling with everyone. We are happy and hopeful to start this new journey. We will continue the efforts put forth by the former council members only to get better at our work, and thus towards a better KCT, towards a better society, and thus contribute to a better world. As Aristotle said, he who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. We, the Student Leadership Council, will ensure to follow the norms and ethics of this institution and reflect them in our thoughts through our action. Also, as representatives from the students, we will pour in our utmost dedication towards strengthening the evergreen bond shared between the management and the students. And finally, we are happy, you're happy for us. Thank you.
Now I invite Ms. Amrita from the Department of Economics to deliver her acceptance speech.
Greetings to all the dignitaries, faculty members, supporting staffs, parents, fellow LC members, and all students present here, and those who have joined virtually. I, B.S. Amrita, the President of Sphere of Practical and Creative Exploration, SPACE, take immense pleasure in thanking Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, which is a place where leadership and management skills are given importance and considered crucial in achieving one's dreams and goals. Liberal arts education helps us to be free thinkers, communicators, well-rounded citizens, and respected individuals by empowering us with a broad range of skills, which allows students to explore their areas of interest while they study, experiment, gain reasoning skills, and to actively participate in civic society. Along with, we, the Leadership Council member of class 2022 to 23, are grateful for providing us the opportunity to embrace responsibility, commitment, leadership, and excellence. And we pledge to aspire for the greatest, to focus on our commitments, offer respect to everyone, and look ways to improve together. We will also ensure to be dedicated to the vision of Kumaraguru Institution by genuinely serving for the students' needs and building trustworthiness through right action. Indeed, we commit that our achievements can never be measured by the quality of speeches we make, but by the vigor we put in our resolve to improve the lives of the students. Being grateful to the previous year's versatile leaders who remain visible through their efforts and action with continuous offering hope, encouragement, direction. And to our other stakeholders, we still want to say that this journey cannot be made alone as leaders, but is through your support, feedback, and encouragement that we shall have something to do together. Because the bigger the dream, more important the team. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrita. Now I request Sabari Venkat from the Department of Political Science to deliver his acceptance speech.
Respected principals of KCTN class, all the faculty members, non-teaching staff, and my fellow Leadership Council members, and all the students and parents who have joined us here and who are watching this virtually, good evening. As I stand here on this very memorable day, knowing that I will carry the memories of this day forever, that this day will remain one of my best. Knowing that I should look ahead, I also believe that I should take a moment to look back, because I wouldn't have a lot of time to look ahead for the next few months. And I would definitely not have a lot of time to reflect upon my learnings for the next few years at least. I look back, and I look back at those days when I strived to achieve a leadership position at school, and I achieved it through either garnering the mass support or through my academic performance. I look back at those days when I thought that leadership was all about power, that leadership was an end in itself and not merely a means to an end. I look back at those days when I was too young to know better. Then I look back at the day I joined class, I look back at the person I was with a lot of hopes, dreams, and I look back at the struggle we all went through during our transition, and I look back and remember all the faculty members and seniors guiding us patiently and diligently. I look back and remember how they were a pillar to which we could cling on. I look back at the leadership process we all went through. I look back at the qualities that were tested. And now, as I stand here, I know that I'm proud to be a leader of one of the leadership council members of Kumaraguru institutions, because I'm not here just because I could garner the mass support or because of my academic performance, but because my seniors and the other faculty members found something worthy in me to make me a leader. And now I know that we should all move really fast and that we have very less time together. I look at my juniors and hear the hope in their voices, hear the joy, the ambition, the yearning to work, to do better. And I wonder whether I'll be able to be as good a senior as my seniors were to me. And I know that I'll try my best. And in the days to come, while we move forward, I know that all the Leadership Council members will stand together, will work together, and even if one of us stumbles, we'll help the person up and we'll move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sabari. Now, we have come to the end of the proceedings of the investiture ceremony.
நன்றி நட்புக்கு தேவையில் என்றாலும் நல்ல மனதிற்கு தேவை. தற்போது நன்றி உரை வழங்க முனைவர் விஜிலேஷ் அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Good evening to one and all. I propose the vote of thanks. I first of all take the opportunity to thank the parents who made it to this occasion and giving your blessings to the young leaders who are all on the stage. I thank all the students for being part of this, and I understand that most of you are in your first year and you have been invited to be part of this program because you need to aspire and see how the responsibility has been rested on the shoulders of the young leaders over here. So that's the path that they are trying to show you and which you may choose to follow. I take this opportunity to thank Nivedan for welcoming the gathering and setting the context of this event. I take this opportunity to thank principals Dr. Vijala Kennedy of class and Dr. Saravanan of KCT. I thank all the young leaders over here, wish them all the best, being part of you to wish them all the best, to take up the responsibility and execute them to satisfy the needs of the students. And as the messages have been given here, Vijala Madam told to go through a journey where having a balanced approach as a coin has two sides, be a leader as well as be humble. So that's what was the message. Dr. Saravanan was asking the students to go the extra mile to the grassroots level to understand or meet students and understand what their needs are, what their aspirations are, what are the facilities that they require, so that they will be ready with the policy that the management is looking at and providing to the students. And I take the opportunity to thank our beloved joint correspondent who has always been inspiring and pushing all the students forward towards their aspirations, setting the tone, setting the timeline, and thank you, sir, for always being there to motivate us. So I take the opportunity to thank the facilities team, the communications team, the student leads who made this function a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We may now request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनहन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनहन मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all for joining today. I request all the LC members to remain seated. For further updates, visit Kumaraguru social media handles like LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You can also watch the investiture ceremony which happened now in YouTube. Thank you.